Welcome to our biggest haul yet. Today we will be transporting a Cat 785D chassis weighing in at 61 tons from Gallup, New Mexico to Raton, New Mexico. So sit back and enjoy this episode of American Truck Simulator Hardcore.
What is going on, everybody? KJ Wiggums back with another episode on the Owner Operator. This is American Truck Simulator Hardcore. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. So, as you saw, we are getting ready to haul this cat. And unfortunately, so I had to turn off the fatigue, because for some reason you can't sleep on jobs like this. But I wasn't able to get the whole way to where we needed to be without sleeping. I had already obviously pre-recorded this once before, and I kept failing the job because we were unable to sleep. So I had to come in, I turned that off. We're going to do this job, and then obviously we will turn it back on once we are done and completing this job. Kind of crazy. I feel like that should definitely be something that you are able to do. But the problem is as soon as you start leaving the lead car, it says that you're getting off track, and then you are no longer able to do the job. So it is what it is. We'll get it figured out, or we got it figured out. I'm doing what I'm supposed to, and we will go from there. I'm not quite sure how long of a job this is going to be. I do foresee it being quite some time. So I do have some little cutscenes that we're going to be putting on here. I think they'll be kind of neat. Be something a little bit different, and I think with this being a specialized load, that, you know, having something different will be kind of cool. So, but anyway, how has everybody been doing? Man, I've been doing great. Since the start of this series, the channel has done really well. Jumped up about 10 subscribers. That's super dope. Welcome everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Everybody that's been leaving comments and likes and everything like that on the video, truly appreciate you guys. Clearly we have a good community building up here, and I am super stoked about that. Actually, what I'm going to do before we hit the main road is I am going to turn my four-ways on, because we are oversized. I have everything on in the back, the hazard lights and everything, or the strobe lights on as well. So we will be driving with these bad boys on. That should turn green. Yep, there we go. Thank you guys. They're over there making sure no trains or anything like that come through. That would be miserable if we got stuck on there. Watch out for that sign over there. Don't want to get hung up. There we go. So we do have the 12 speed in here. Probably won't leave 7th gear. But yeah, so things have been pretty busy. It's actually, I took about 2 or 3 days off from playing. I got myself pretty far ahead when it comes to videos, so I decided that it'd be nice to take a little bit of a break, hang out with the family, do all that stuff. Easy, bud. There we go. But other than that, I mean, the weather's starting to change. I got to get out to the campsite one more time. I got some stuff I got to tear down for the summertime. Things I got to bring back and wash and clean up. But I know we just did that mod video like 2 videos back. But I found some other mods that kind of help eliminate certain mods. It adds some stuff in, takes some stuff out, which is really nice. So the way it's looking is I'm looking at getting rid of like 3 mods and it'll be replaced with just 1. I think that's going to help, you know, free up some space. Like I said before, I have a lot of truck mods and stuff like that on here, but I am not using any of them because obviously we can't afford to buy a truck right now. But we do have the opportunity to haul with those trucks, so it'll give us a feel on it whether it's something we want or not. I'm also looking at a couple different trailers for the same reason. I know for sure I'm going to run flatbeds, I'm going to run drop decks, and I want to run low boys, maybe some 9 axles as well. But I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be able to afford right away. And also it's going to depend on where we start putting those skill points before we are able to purchase all that stuff, because we're not going to get a lot of high value cargo loads like this one for ourselves when we don't have a lot of points in the high value. So that's something else that I have to look into also. Started this trip pretty early. It's about 2:30 in the morning. But we started at about 1:45. So we'll be leaving in the dark. We'll probably get there in the daylight, I would think. But we'll have to wait and see. That was actually the first time I recorded this. I wasn't even paying attention. I think I went a good 4 or 5 minutes without even talking. I kind of just spaced out and was just enjoying the scenery. It truly is one of the biggest reasons why I love this game. To be able to just sit there and watch everything that's going on. But because I have some stuff that I'm updating, at the end of this job, we're not going to pick another job. We're going to have to wait for that, because once I put in and take out some of these mods, it's going to set the game up to that it detected some changes in the map or in the game, so you're going to have to start over. You won't lose anything for your load or whatever you pick, so I find it easier. We're just not going to do a load. We'll pick that in the next stream or the next video, and we'll go from there. For now, it's just I want to see how these other mods look in here, whether they're worth keeping or getting rid of, and just sticking to what we have. But I think overall, I think like one is for weather. It adds a lot more of the realistic rain drops. It adds like 4 different types of rain situations. So you can have heavy downpours, just a light drizzle, a mist. There's a whole bunch of stuff it adds. It looks pretty dope. I'm super excited to try it out. I haven't put it on my test profile yet, but it is something I'm doing. I had so the time of recording this, I had my daughters here, and my youngest daughter wanted to try to use the shifter. It did not end well. I think she completely took out 4 different families while trying to get off the highway onto the off-ramp. So she definitely needs some training with that. Big hill here. We got a tanker truck. Yeah, nothing you can do to me, buddy. I got your buddy in front of me, taking up the whole road. This is a super long trip. I think it was like 600 miles, I believe. And I think when you do these convoys, or not convoys, but these special transports, you really can't go over 25 miles an hour. I think that's kind of max speed is what they go at. Nice purple sky. Starting to get a little closer to dawn. We are heading south. Right, yeah, heading south. So we are working on revamping the Discord. If you guys are interested in going over there, hit me up. I can get you the link to the Discord. Resetting up the channels, trying to clean some things up a little bit. Like I said before, the Discord, we had it going there for a while. It kind of died off. AJ and I really stopped using it as much, really just used it to talk. But never really pushed to keep it active. We're trying to reboot that. We got a lot of things getting ready to go on in there. We've been working on some other side projects and things like that. Things we can bring to the YouTube channel. He is talking about coming back and starting to stream on Twitch as well. We're also looking at possibly doing some streaming on TikTok, Facebook, and this thing called Kick. I've never heard of it. I haven't really looked into it. That's kind of been AJ's thing looking into. But just trying to find different avenues of getting content out there, getting people into the Discord, and trying to continue to build that Wiggums gaming community. It's always been our biggest goal. With that piece of things, it helps keep a lot of our stuff moving. And like I said, I mean, the Wiggums thing is big for my family, so being able to keep that up or get that back up and running is definitely something that's pretty important to us. What are we doing here? I think we keep going straight through here. I'm trying to stay over enough to let traffic get around me, but I know if you go off too far off course, it'll throw up the spotter car, lead car, whatever you want to call it, and then all of a sudden you'll end up failing the job. We should be able to bypass all way stations. We shouldn't be called into any of those, so we should be good there. They'll block off most of the main traffic coming onto the highway, so we shouldn't run into any issues there either. I guess we'll find out, because we got a truck coming down this off ramp up here. Oh, I guess on ramp up here. They got the lights up there. Yeah, so they're holding traffic back. That's good. So we won't have to worry about anything like that. We gotta worry about how close we get over there, because I don't want to clip those cars either. But yeah, still enjoying this, having a lot of fun doing it. Like I said, most nights I really truck anyway. Like I said, I'm waiting for some feedback on how you guys felt about everybody in the Discord. I'll probably run 2 more videos to see how the feedback with that goes. But I don't know. I think that, well, of course it's going to depend on what you guys. If you guys don't like the Discord chatter, I'll obviously not do it. But one of the nice things is being able to have a bunch of people to sit here and talk while you are trucking. We'll just leave that off. It's 5 o'clock. Sun should be coming up within the next hour. Oh, let me get over there, buddy. You're a little too close. What are you hauling anyway? I couldn't tell what that was. Looks like the bottom to a crane, maybe? Not quite sure what that was. Yeah, definitely a long haul at 30 miles an hour. Guess we're over enough to free up a lot of this traffic. It looks like we've backed it up quite a bit for sure. Oh wow, that's crazy. You know that's just a bunch of mad people behind me, just angry. Just outright angry. What do you got? Boom lift on there. I love adding in the little mod packs like that. That add the extra stuff for all these shifted lanes. Guess with the 3-lane, we'll go over here and let traffic fly on by. Was that a Kamata or was that a cat? Excavator. I didn't see. Here comes the sun, yodel, yodel. I ain't going to sing the song because I'm not getting a copyright infraction. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I love this skybox for the one that I have in here. I'm really curious to see what the new one that I'm looking at getting. Really curious to see what it looks like. I'll probably throw it in, run a load that I'm not going to record, but just to see exactly what everything looks like and how it all behaves. Make sure I don't have any game crashes or anything like that. But the one that I go over in episode 5 for the skybox and all that stuff, it is truly a beautiful sky. Like, they definitely did a really nice job on there. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Come on. Our buddy there holding up traffic. Thank you, thank you. God, they're not running hot. Still got a full tank of fuel. All right, all right. Right lane, exit only ahead. Oh, snap. We got ourselves a picture opportunity up here. We're gonna have to stop and make sure we get that. Come on, slow down, slow down, slow down. I guess we'll get up here, we'll get on the bridge. Well, it looks like it's in the middle of the bridge. We'll get up there. We'll jump into the camera mode and we will that picture taken care of. The sun rays in this version are absolutely amazing as well. I absolutely love that effect. It gives you that real life blind feeling while driving into the sun. I think what we'll do is we'll come up around this bend first, that way I don't screw myself when we come back into the game. Maybe. Nope, we're gonna have to do it here, so let's jump into that. Photo studio, photo mode. I don't know how far out we have to go. Oh, kind of just there. Oh, that's cool. So we can get the truck. Ah, with the sun rays too. That's dope. Let's go a little higher. Try to. That's as far out as we can go. So let's go over this way. Hopefully. Ah, yeah, that's cool. Kind of just get the truck coming in. All right. We'll check the map. That should give me that one, right? Yep, it did. Alright, let's. There we go, back in. That wasn't too bad. On the road to 100% completion. Only about everything else to do still. Because we are nowhere near. I mean, I think that's our first picture we've taken on here. Yeah, see that little beep there, just because we got over a little bit. Yeah, that's that annoying part. Getting ready to shift lanes. So while we sit here and we shift lanes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw up a little cinematic shot. And then I will see you guys on the other side of that. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little scenic shots that I took. Like I said, something a little different with the size of the load and all that. I thought it'd be kind of cool to get some aerial shots of us driving by. But you joined us just in time for the little bit of rain. Not hard enough to leave them on, not wet enough to use the wipers, but just enough to blind you while we're driving. Coming down with the John Deere harvester on the left. T670. Yeah, I'm so glad I put the tractor mods in here. Still gives me my little bit of a farm sim. Still get to see my tractors. There goes a tractor on the flat. That looked like a 4840. Maybe a 4755 actually. That was a little big. We got ourselves an old beater cart coming up here empty on the flatbed. Ain't making no, it's a short flatbed too. Ain't making no money that way, buddy. Got about 140 more miles to go. Traffic's been getting a little froggy here lately. While I was doing the scenic shots, the old lead car here in front decided to slam on his brakes. I almost rear-ended him, but luckily we didn't. To the gods I know, I do not want to have any accidents. We've already got ourselves a late delivery because we ran out of fuel, so we've been more vigilant with that. The next thing is we definitely don't need any accidents. We need to make every penny count. We got to go ahead and get ourselves a vehicle. I'm good. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble doing 30 miles an hour in a what? I guess it is only really only 40 down through here. Truck speed is only 40 miles an hour down through here. That's crazy. Come on, bud. I know I'm over far enough that you can get past me. Come on. There you go. Sam's Club trailer. That ain't catching me there. Alright, let's see if we can get ourselves a dip in while driving. Oh. Yeah, of course this is gonna happen right as I get ready to do that. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Good right there. Alright guys, well thank you for joining me on the long haul, all this traffic. Y'all come back now here. Don't be strangers. See like that? So they're cutting off the lead car like that, and then all of a sudden they're slamming on their brakes, and I'm getting stuck in it. What you got on that little boy? A little Challenger with the tracks. Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Old Mr. Fancy. Listen, hanging over the edge there. Alright, where's the bear that he saw?
Roger that.
Because it's supposed to be that they actually notice a cop. Now, I don't know if because we have a special transport here and we have cops sitting on the side of the road, if that's the ones it's detecting. Because as it's been going on, I have not seen any. So I'm wondering if it is actually picking those cars up and registering them on there, which would be pretty cool. It'd definitely be a cool feature that it actually reads the cop cars sitting on the side of the road for the special transports. Come on, baby, don't make me shift gears. Or they picked up that one. He wasn't too far behind. We didn't have many cars go by us. So he could have very well picked up that cop. Oh, there's I'm down here. So all the other cars, or all the other trucks I've driven, the whole way station pass is always down in the center. Now I was looking for it earlier. I never even noticed it sitting up top in the windshield. Come on, baby. Get up that hill. Traffic is so buggy. Just the random slamming on the brakes like that, I don't get it. Like, what are you stopping for? There's nothing in front of you. There's literally nothing there, my guy. So the first time I did this trip, I told you guys about the sleeping. So I was coming up on this off ramp. This is where I started getting tired. I had I think I had 3 hours of drive time left, 2 hours of drive time left. And I had an hour until my guy was fully done, start driving blackout. So I was like, all right, well, maybe because it has the fatigue mode on or whatever, maybe you're able to just kind of pull off and sleep. I didn't even get halfway down the off ramp for this exit ramp up here before he kicked me off, and I was like, well, son of a gun, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to run this load with the fatigue turned off, which I don't really like doing. I like playing with the fatigue on, traffic offenses, all that stuff on. I enjoy playing that way. So it's kind of a bummer that we couldn't do this load like that. Just unfortunately, you're not able to sleep during these special transports. But that's where I tried to sleep. That's where I wanted to take a rest. The mean old man in front of me told me I can't. He said I had to keep driving.
Someone spilled honey on the road. Typical for this time of day. Appreciated.
Another tanker trailer in the purple Kenworth. So we had a guy when I worked at the landfill. So we had people that would transfer stations. They would bring in trash. We had a guy that had a purple Kenworth like that. He hauled out so he came out of New York, drove over to Jersey. He got loaded in Jersey, and then he would drive out to central Pennsylvania. All in all, his whole trip was maybe about 9-10 hours, but he would drive out to central PA. He had a purple Kenworth, just like that one that passed us with the tanker, and he would always bring me down. So my family is also Polish, So they had like a authentic Polish store up there. So he was forever bringing me down Polish cuisines and stuff like that. And one of the most thoughtful guys I ever met and everything. And there was a few weeks like he wouldn't show up, like he just wasn't coming in, which wasn't really typical. So like when we worked at the landfill, like the same guys that do the transfer loads and everything like that, it was always the same people day in and day out. I mean, for the 10 years I was there, it never changed. Unless someone, kind of got fired or something like that. But for the most part, it was always the same people. And for weeks, like he wasn't coming in. So a lot of the guys that were coming down out of New York, they spoke Spanish. They didn't speak really good English or anything like that. So one of the other drivers came up, and like I was asking him, like where was he? Like I don't want to put his name or anything out there, but it was like, have you seen or heard from so and so? And they were like, no, like nobody heard or seen from this guy in weeks. And it was real crazy because amongst all of the drivers that did that transfer from New York to Jersey to back to Central PA, like everybody knew who he was. And he was just gone. Nobody knew what happened to him. He never came back, never saw him again. But that truck just reminded me of him. That's crazy. Crazy. I miss doing that, working at the landfill. That was a lot of fun. That's where I actually learned to drive an 18-speed. We had an old Freightliner Classic day cab that we hauled leachate water with. Big old tanker on the back. We'd fill it up in the morning, open up the hoses in the back, drive through the landfill where it was tarped underneath, where they put the liner, and run the water back through the system all over again. I don't know if you guys know much about that, but we could talk about that in another video if you're interested. But yeah, old Freightliner Classic is what I learned to drive in. LJ actually got to ride in that. I convinced my boss to let me do a bring your kid to work day. I brought him in on a Saturday that we ended up working. And that day I talked to my foreman. I was like, hey, is there a possibility like I can run a little bit of everything? That way I can get my boy into as much stuff as I can. So I mean, we ran the excavator together. He got to sit behind the wheel and drive an articulating dump bed like the Volvo A-Series dumps and stuff like that, the end dumps. L-John 600 he ran, which is a trash compactor. He ran a D11 dozer cat. The Freightliner Classic, he ran one of those. He got to drive that. Yeah, that was the most fun I had. Like that was a good day. That's a day that'll be in my memory, and that's a day he still talks about. So I mean, little things like that, man. It's important, the things we do with our kids. He's come a long way. I'm proud of that boy. All right, coming up on our last 25 miles. Got a quarter left to go. Which I'm fine with because I'm tired of listening to these hazards. Makes for a long ride. We got an off ramp coming up here, so we're gonna start to pull her back, get her down there to 17 miles an hour. Drop her back into 5th gear. There we go. I want to see how much traffic just pours out from behind us. It's like opening up the floodgate. I'd say we had a line back there for sure. Old Burger King gotta get them Whoppers where they need to be. Back some. I don't want to leave that on too much because I don't want to get stuck and end up stalling it. Got a dime piece left to do. Come on, baby, get up there. Thank you, buddy. Alrighty. Should pop up here soon that we have discovered Raton, New Mexico. Planes up in the sky? Are they birds? I think they're buzzards. I haven't seen them before. Buzzards up there flying around. There it is, Raton, New Mexico has been discovered. Come on, adding another one to the list, baby. Now, from the looks of everything there on our right, it looks like this is actually taking us to some type of mining site, which is pretty cool. I mean, would make sense considering we're hauling ourselves a big old cat mining end dump. Never drove anything that big. The Volvo end dumps that I've driven were nowhere near that size. We got our lovely gentleman up here making sure no trains are coming. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, definitely into a mining site. Got the dozers and everything. Wheel loaders. That's pretty cool. Little skid steer down there. Looks like company parking over here on the left. So to date, obviously, the 785D is the biggest piece of equipment we have hauled. Newmont. Hauling into Newmont. All right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. The game crashed. I'm not sure what happened. But we are pulling in here now. I think what I'm going to do, so I always have some issue pulling into these spots the right way. So I think we're going to jump out of the cab. And we're going to see if... Oh, that's painful. There we go. We'll pull in slowly through here and try to get this lined up. Because I know these ones are very finicky with these big trailers with getting them in the right place. So I want to make sure that we get the green. That should work for us there. There we go. Oh, got to back it up just a little bit. Went a hair too far forward. There we go. Hit that brake. Nope. Turn everything back off. And detach the trailer. And perfect. Excellent job. Big in America. Your dump has arrived. And we got level 3. So we got 8,000 points that we got to get up to hit the next level. $508 for that. And another skill point. So let's see. So level 3 will take us up to 650 miles that we can travel. Level 1, 1% higher reward for high value. Fragile loads. Just in time. Up to 10% fuel saved when driving with a trailer. I'm not worried about that until we really get our own trucks. We don't pay for any of the fuel. Could also get some hazardous cargo. Nah, I'm not worried about that because I'm not really going to haul much of that. 18% experience boost when we do high value deliveries. Now let's go. We're going to go ahead and do level 3. We're able to do deliveries up to 1,000 miles. There's still no reward for any of that. And that's fine. I ain't worried about that. This just gets us the miles in to be able to do what we need to do to keep growing that way. What's the... We can help you grow. The bank can give us more money now. Give us up to $2,000. Alright. That's still not enough to buy anything. Like I said, we'll check the job market just to see what there is. Let's do per price. Another mining truck. I don't want to do that. We just did one. Well, like I said, I'm not going to pick anything from here anyway. Not until I get everything up and running. So we're going to leave that one here. And then we will pick our next load next time we do a video. I appreciate you guys for joining me. I will catch you guys in the next episode. As always, keep it between the ditches.